Hi, today I would like to show you how to set up your self-organized sessions using the online tools. For those who have come to the Wollongong camp in the past, this has changed, so you'll need to listen. To start with, log into the members area using your username and password. Once you're logged in, click the Self-Organized Sessions link. You will see a selection box with a list of upcoming events. Select the event that you are wanting from the list. We will use the Bathurst camp for this demonstration. Once you have selected your event, click the Organise Sessions button. Now you need to select the sessions that you are wanting to play in. You will see a list of available sessions. For a playing day, this might be all the sessions, but for the camp it is only the designated self-organised sessions, of which there are 4. You will see that some are already selected here, so let's try changing one. I can't change this one, and see there's a message letting me know that I'm already in a group for that session. I should remove myself from that group before I can change the session status. So let's try another session. This one works well. However, I would like to play in this session, so I'll mark it as one where I want to play. At this point, I could just sit back and wait for invitations to roll in. However, there's something I would like to do, so I can click the Organise a New Group button here. When I start to organise a group, this is what I see. First, I'll need to select the session. You'll see any sessions that you are available to play in, so select the one that you want. Selecting the session will show the Instruments and Players screen. There is a button here that shows the available players in this session. This is very useful for working out what might be possible and also to see whether a particular player you might be wanting is available. If I want a particular player and they're not on the list, then I need to contact them and ask them to make themselves available. So I enter the title of a work I want to play, or at least something descriptive so that prospective players know what they're in for. Next, I select the instruments that I want. I'm using a piano trio for this example, so I select one each of piano, violin and cello. If you want more than one of a particular instrument, put the required number in the field here. Once I have the correct instrumentation, I need to let the organisers know whether I want a tutor. As usual, if you want one, select yes. If you don't, select no. Don't mind means that if a tutor is available, then you might get one. Now, click Select Players to show the player selection area. The first thing you need to do is put yourself into the group. This is really important, and I can't stress enough how important it is. It can't be done automatically, as some people play more than one instrument, so you need to put yourself into the group in the position that you want. You can then add other players. You will see that the buttons pop up a list of available players of that instrument. Once you have selected some players, a message area will pop up and the Invite Players button becomes available. Type a message into the area, giving any information that your players might find useful to entice them to join your group. When you're happy, click the Invite Players button and the system will email the players asking them to join your group. You will not receive an email. There is an understanding that you want to play in your own group. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can accept or decline an invitation. The email that you receive contains links that you can use. You can also do it through the Show or Edit Groups button. Clicking the Show Edit Groups button will bring up a list of groups that you are in. Some things to note are the Organiser button, which you can use to change the organiser of a group. The organiser is able to add or remove players to the group or to delete the group altogether. For the most part, you won't want to change this, but if for some reason you no longer want to participate in the group, you can assign the organiser role to another group member. The Edit Players button. You can use this to add or remove players. The Delete Group button does exactly what you think it might. It deletes the group from the system and players will go back into general circulation. Of course, this includes you. The Show Available Players button also does what you think it might. It shows players available in that session. You will see here that beside each person's name is the annotation invited or accepted. Invited means that while the player has been invited to join the group, they have not yet accepted the invitation. The player is not visible in the available players for the session, but as a matter of courtesy, you should let the organiser know that you want or don't want to play in the group. Use the accept or decline buttons to respond to the organiser. You can also send a short message with your response. Note that even if you accept an invitation, you can at any time remove yourself from the group with the decline button. Finally, if you are the organiser, you can add or remove instruments from the group by using the Add Instrument and Delete Instrument buttons. It is not necessary to have a complete group right from the start. You can build the group up as players become available and change it as you go along. Once you have made any changes to your group, remember to invite any new players using the Invite Players button here. Existing players will not receive a second invitation. So, some things to remember and some things to avoid. Always, always, always put yourself into your own group. If you don't, you won't be able to edit the group later and it won't be shown in your list of groups. You'll be coming to me asking, where's my group that I started? And I'll have to tell you that you didn't put yourself into it. Please respond quickly to requests, whether you want to accept or decline the invitation. The person organising the group will want to know, and you will not be listed as available until you decline the invite, so you won't be able to organise or join any other groups. Some players have more than one instrument. While you might think it useful to give a player the option of instruments to play, it's best to stick to one person, one spot in the group. It won't break anything if you do invite them into more than one position, but it might look odd. If a player that you would like to invite is not listed in the available players list, consider. They might not be wanting to play that session, they might already be in another group, or they might have received an invitation and have not declined it yet. Some may be wondering why we don't just list everyone as available. It's fairly simple. Some may not want to play every session, and it's preferable to have an opt-in system than an opt-out. And also, while we would like everyone to organise their groups online, it's not obligatory. So, thank you, and again, if you have any questions about the use of this, please feel free to ask. I'll do my best to help you. Have fun and all the best.